I wonder who that could be.
We won't know till we open the door.
I probably should have announced myself better. But yeah, we're fucking we're fucking live. We're live with the finalist hazards. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So
you gotta prepare yourself.
I gotta prepare myself. It's been 1 week. Has it been 1 week?
2.
No, it's 2 weeks. Fuck my life. Time is an illusion. I do not exist. I am not real. But anywho, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Finalhazard podcast. The formerly weekly Sonic podcast where we discuss news and updates and whatever else is going on in the Sonic the Hedgehog community. Today I am joined by...
Just go down the Discord list.
No, introduce yourselves. What the fuck?
Why am I getting ads for period simulators?
What?
I'm getting ads for... Sorry.
Who are you?
Sorry, I got distracted by that. I'm lost talk.
I'm Poyo, aka Donnie, aka Neon Spin Dash.
I'm Seth. You already know who I am.
No, I don't know who you are.
I don't actually.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Please stop. Okay, yeah. So...
Sorry for that.
Okay. Dude,
What an intro.
I'm sorry.
what's happening? What is going on?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Should I buy one?
We are done professionally and romantically. I hate you. Okay,
Lord.
so anywho, yeah. So Sonic the fucking Hedgehog, made a comeback, a big comeback this week in preparation for his 30th anniversary. God damn, you're an old piece of shit. You're going through a midlife crisis.
Oh my god. You've been doing
but-
it for a while.
Yeah, so Sega Sonic team decided to do a little presentation on Thursday.
Very Nintendo Direct-esque.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think they had the same announcer dude. By the way, they definitely had the same
Probably.
announcer dude who's like on the directs.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Sega hired that man.
And they sure hired him already.
We'll get to that.
So there were a lot of things announced at the
Can
yeah.
before we start talking about what was announced, let's talk about what wasn't announced. Tying this back to the last episode, there was no mention of any Sega NFT products.
I mean that's a Sega
Oh,
Oh
Japan
yeah,
thing.
that's true.
That's a Sega
I
Japan
mean,
thing.
Yeah, I don't think Sega America is gonna be like, I don't think they.
I just
'Cause
thought it
if
was
they were-
interesting.
I don't know, because if they were gonna announce that, it would have been announced on the official Twitter as well, like the
Mhm.
official Sonic Twitter. So
Because it was more of a collaboration between like some other people. So,
Yeah.
See, I think it's mainly because this direct, sorry, I'm gonna call it direct. This direct was more aimed at fans interested in hip hop culture rather than like crypto.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I
we'll get to
promise.
that. Let's go down the list. Let's go in order.
So should I just kick it off with the list or?
Yeah.
All right. So the first announcement that they made was that for celebrating the Sonic's 30th anniversary, they're going to be doing a special symphony performance at the what was it?
Summer Games Fest. It's the Amazon Prime gaming.
Oh my God, Seth is
fest.
gone.
It's definitely, it's fine.
Jesus.
Seth.
Oh, yeah, my mom came in.
Man,
Okay.
I'm kidding.
So there was
Put it on the podcast.
it was the Summer Games Fest that they announced that, right?
Yes.
At the Sonic Symphony for the 30th anniversary, featuring special performances by Crush 40
and
and that will be
Tomoya
on-
Otani.
and Tomoya Otani. And that will be on June 23rd,
Sonic's
On his
birthday.
Yeah.
birthday.
Sonic's birthday. And I'm just gonna go through like these little announcements first. That's the first one. So we're getting in the official 2020 Tokyo Olympics video game, the Sonic mascot costume.
It's really
Well,
fucking funny.
This is the best thing they've done.
Sonic
It's
Ballin'.
It's so funny.
I don't give a shit
It's
about
so
anything else
funny.
that they've like released about that entire like direct ripoff. This is the coolest thing because finally now we have a model that can just be placed over humans in games. So
Oh
now
my
we can get him
God.
in NBA, WWE, GTA.
It'll be
It's just gonna be everywhere.
the mods are gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be great.
He's gonna be
Um,
running.
God,
Dude.
didn't even think
It
of
is going to be
mods.
the best model we've ever had. I don't give a shit how many polys the Unleashed model has. It is not the mascot model.
Sonic
that little video of him just running down the track is so fucking fun.
It's really funny. It's cute though. Speaking of costumes, in this, I had no idea this game existed. It's this 2-point hospital game. I guess it's like a hospital simulator. Is getting like
Yeah.
cute little Sonic costumes, and I think that's fun.
Bro, I
Um,
remember, Matt, you saw like one of the characters with dark skin have that costume on. You were like, Sonic is black.
I was so excited.
Official confirmation.
The last of those little cameo announcements for the collaborations is in the game Lost Judgment, which is made by the folks that do the Yakuza series. They have a little arcade that you can go to, and you can play a recreation of Sonic the Fighters. Like the entire game is in that game, which I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of interesting how old games are just small enough to be just put into new games. That's cool. And that's that. I don't think we have really that much to say about that. I look forward
Yeah.
to the concert.
Oh,
That'd be fun.
and there was also
Yeah.
another like Sonic 30th anniversary collaboration that wasn't like at Sonic Central. Actually.
Oh, it was like right after that
yeah,
they kind of
so
said
like
it.
Sonic's gonna be in like the not King of the Fight. Why do I keep a Fist of the North Star like mobile game?
Oh, yeah. I
It's
remember.
really interesting. I can't wait for Kenshiro to kill Sonic.
Omae mo shinderu.
Omaewa Moshinte.
And then, to no one's surprise, really, the big reveal of Sonic Colors Ultimate. We got the release date, which is September 7th, 2021, and pre-orders are available now, actually, which is crazy.
You get a little baby Sonic keychain.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
going
to
to
get
make a
the-
video. Me and Matt, we're gonna make videos of just us hucking that shit, just at walls. It's gonna be funny. And yeah, with the pre-order bonus, you get like these exclusive little like gold and silver like gloves and shoes, which is cool because I guess they're introducing like a little customization thing into the game where Sonic can wear different shoes and stuff.
It's really
is cool.
ugly.
They don't look perfect.
They don't
They
look,
look weird.
because
polka
they
dots,
all
they
they
polka dotted
also
them.
like they
Their
would have
hearts
looked
are in
better.
the right place.
They would have
Their
looked
hearts
better. One of the biggest issues I noticed with the trailer, and apparently like the trailer that we got at Sonic Central was old as shit.
Yeah.
Was old as shit.
Yeah.
One of the biggest issues with that whole thing is that it has this the game has this really like ugly bright bloom
Whoa.
effect over every single thing. And I think this is also an issue of bringing a Wii game up like two generations without like actually like doing any like proper texture changes to like the character models and stuff. They like changed textures like in like different like models, like they changed the rainbow rings and put like the little dash panel things on them, which I thought was interesting.
Later on,
the original colors had bloom, but it was nowhere near as crazy.
As
Also,
like
I wanna
as like
say-
blaring.
Yeah, I also want to
Yeah.
say about like the customization shit. Why the fuck can't they change the color of Sonic? That'd be so much cooler than changing his shoes.
Sonic,
It's Sonic
Yeah,
colors.
that's true.
Why can't that be a
we,
Sonic recolor?
Why can't we get like Smash alts, like something like that? I don't know.
that would be cool.
Make him white.
This
You
Sonic
also
game.
get these like player icons, I think, which are like, I'm assuming those are for like, the PlayStation or
console.
Xbox like menu and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I don't know how
Yeah.
it would work for the Switch though, because they're square, but I don't
And
know.
you
I don't
can't
think they're
really
gonna. I
change
don't think
them
they're
from
gonna.
defaults.
I don't think they're gonna be on the Switch.
You're right.
Yeah. No.
What else is there? And the last little accessory, like little pre-order bonus you get is the like lightning movie Sonic boost effect, which I think is cool.
Which is cool,
Yeah.
but why?
I've been saying cool a lot this episode.
It's like it's
cool.
It's interesting. Everything about this game is going to be very interesting, but I'm also very skeptical.
hmm
Same.
I'm very
'Cause-
skeptical about the quality of the game.
Yeah.
Do we talk about the Famitsu thing? Or...
Yes, yes.
I
Yeah.
got one more thing to say before we transition to that, because
Mhm.
Metal Sonic, who was not in the original game, will be added in as like a bonus like rival boss fight race thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he'll
I
be
didn't
like an
know.
extra mode.
That's cool.
Okay, so we were talking about the bloom effect and like how the trailer was old. Now we can move
Yeah.
on to the Famitsu stuff, because that showed off screenshots
More
of
recent build.
more recent build.
Yeah.
The graphics and textures seem to be, they're a massive improvement over the trailer. But, and I think I'll let Liam say what was so interesting about these
These
screenshots.
screenshots.
So do I tell the whole story about like?
Let's tell the
Just
whole
say what
story.
the just
Okay.
say what the screenshots had.
No, I'm
what
gonna tell
people
the whole story
surmised.
because it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So basically, we were all in a call with our friends, talking about Sonic bullshit because we're losers and we have nothing else going on in our lives at 2 a.m. And we noticed
2 a.m.?
that
It wasn't
one of our
2 a.m.
friends
It was earlier
noticed.
than that.
One of our friends noticed that the Tails, there, like in the UI of the game, there was a Tails icon. And you couldn't really
Right, the
properly
lives.
see Sonic in any of like the screenshots. So the first conclusion we made was Tails is playable in the game. And then our friend tweets it out. And then the shitstorm started on Twitter.
It
Yeah,
starts
so now everyone's
circulating.
talking about it.
And
Percolating.
and it led to this other debacle because later on, people noticed that you can see Sonic in it, and they showed other screenshots where Sonic was like very clearly visible, but it still had the Tails icon. And so
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, so the exclusive player icons are actually your life counter."
No,
I
you're
swear to God,
you're
Sega, if I am only able to change my life counter, I'm gonna shit on you.
I'm going to bang on your door. Throw
rocks
through
through
your
your window, you dumb whore.
Like
but no,
that would be such a weird thing to do. Like change the life icon. Who cares?
That's
like,
such.
I'm-
Oh god, I hiccup.
It gives the same sort of energy as like when Lost World came out and its pre-order bonuses was just extra lives.
Because
Well,
they did not give you the ability. They took away the ability when you collect 100 rings to get an extra life in the game, which was absolutely stupid. The
the issue with Lost World is that the pre-order bonus was meant to be the Deadly Six edition. Issue was no one fucking bought Lost World, so I've never seen a normal copy of that game. I've only
It's
ever
always
seen
the Deadly Sixth edition.
It's the same thing with
seen a
Forces.
version that isn't.
It's the same thing with Forces. Okay,
It's so funny.
when
Funny.
when I bought Forces, right? When I bought Forces, my experience going into like the GameStop and purchasing a copy. For starters, for some reason, they had a fucking PAL copy in the fucking GameStop. and I didn't realize it was a PAL copy until like I had already walked out of the store.
What is that?
PAL
European
region is like Europe.
European
Japan.
version. So because my brain didn't process the fucking Peggy 12 in the corner, and I was like, the fuck is this? Why is this here? Right?
What the fuck's a Peggy?
So, and I walk back in the store, and I'm like, and I explain to the cashier, and he gives me back, and he gives me another copy. He's like, oh dude, I'm sorry, we don't have any used copies, so I'm just gonna give you this new copy. And it's like a fresh, like factory sealed copy with the fucking with all the pre-order bonuses. Also, I just want to say the European pre-order bonuses were way better than what we got in the fucking
They always
America.
are.
Because it's Sega Europe, bro.
They got like little because those were also still in the box, by the way. This was a used copy and they were still in the box, by the way. All like I got the controller skin. I still have not put it on my DualShock 4. I have no plans on doing it. But they had like but they had like these little concept art cards, and I was like, why didn't we get these? Why didn't we get these? That's cool.
Bro, if I ever see someone with the Sonic Forces skins on their controller, I'm gonna have to. I'm jumping them. I'm.
Commit a crime.
Violence.
There are some things that you need to be held accountable for.
There's violence,
And
dog.
that's one of them.
Also, when the shit happened on Twitter with the Tails icon, there was basically two parties, and a war started between people being like, "Don't get your expectations up," and people being like, "He's in the fucking game." I've
Oh my God.
learned later that apparently there is a easy mode in the game, or like a beginner's mode, so that might be why the life counter is different.
Possibly.
Really?
That game's already
Yeah.
kind of easy though. Why would they need
So
another
is
easy?
the life counter for the easy mode Tails because Tails is baby?
It might be.
That sounds like that is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's very strange.
That's stupid.
It's very strange. I don't buy that.
As you'll hear more in the news of this podcast, Sega is one of the worst companies with releasing information.
Oh
and
my
managing it.
God.
We'll talk about it later, but oh my god.
Because first of all, it's like you have this Famitsu article. It's a Japanese Famitsu article. Famitsu being one of the biggest like video game magazines ever, and you have fucking you have screenshots of your game that don't match up with the ones that you just showed at your Sonic Central event.
Fuck was that?
This and it's funny.
Like-
This reminded me of like Sonic Team and Sega aren't really like they're not the ones behind this remaster. It's a company
They're not.
called Blind Squirrel Games. I'm not
They
sure
did,
what
like-
they've worked on before though.
like BioShock.
Blind
I fucking forgot.
Squirrel Games.
Yeah,
Let's look up there.
I don't play anything.
What's the
high-
game? What's the game version of a discography or filmography? Like
I don't know. Gameography.
gameography.
Just look up their Wikipedia or something, or like their
I know that they probably do like.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
did. They
good
did
games.
BioShock. They did BioShock and Mass Effect.
Oh, okay. So they work with like the big like
The big
BioShock.
boys.
The big boys. They work with the big boys. Okay, so that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have their hand. They don't develop entire games, but they have their hands in other things. That's reassuring.
They worked on Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced Edition. So yeah, they work on like collections and like ports, I guess.
hmm
Yeah,
And
stuff of that nature.
speaking of Sonic Colors, Sonic and Sonic just games in general is that whenever these new games are coming out, starting with Mania, right?
Mhm.
We lost
Oh
him.
my god.
They're okay. I'm going to continue what he was saying. We are recently been getting these new
I'm back.
Sonic cartoons. These new Sonic
Was
cartoons.
that what he's gonna continue with?
Yes.
Okay.
I read his mind through the screen.
I'm back. My apologies, everyone.
It's fine.
Matt, you can continue.
Yeah, so with Sonic Mania, well, not Sonic Mania, the base game, but Sonic Mania with the Sonic Mania Plus DLC, we got Sonic Mania Adventures. And then with Team Sonic Racing, we got Team Sonic Racing Overdrive for the
Mhm.
which are basically animated tie-ins to these games to like, help them like in the fucking release shit.
There's also like the Child in Space little anime
Yeah, the
thing
little
they
Child
did.
Space
Was cute.
animation. And all of these all have the same like kind of creative team with Sonic fan and franchise veteran Tyson Hess taking the helm.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yes, our Lord and Savior. Big
Yeah,
change.
so what they announced with in tandem with this is that I'm sorry, we are getting a like 2-part animated like short series called Sonic Colors Ultimate Rise of the Wisps.
Mhm.
It's
Or just Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps. I don't know why I put Ultimate in there.
Ultimate.
Ultimate, and it has a very cute. One thing I really like is that each of the shorts they kind of have like a slightly different art style from each other, so they can like differentiate, which I think is really cool. And in this short series, they've gone for a more like very soft, colorful, lineless art style, which I think is really cute.
It's fantastic.
It's like based
Yeah,
off one
it
of the
looks so
concept
good.
arts, I think.
Oh, really? That's so creative. That's so clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cute, and it just looks like candy. Like I just want to eat it.
And with this announcement, who else to
Sorry.
announce it but the voice of Sonic himself, Roger Craig Smith?
Roger Craig
which-
Smith.
Who, if you guys have been listening to the podcast and nothing else about Sonic, I don't know why you would, but yeah. We did an episode. We did an episode where Roger Craig Smith had announced that he had departed from the role. But a couple of days ago, before this
Announcement.
this Sonic Central announcement broadcast,
Probably like
whatever,
a day before.
Roger Craig Smith confirmed that he is returning to voice Sonic the Hedgehog, and I think I think that's great.
Which I thought was so interesting because it's like you made the announcement that you're leaving, and apparently that was on his own terms. But then, right before this big announcement, he came back, or like he came back with the announcement that he was coming back. So, yeah, that's interesting to me because I was also like, I was fine with a voice change because I've always held the belief that it's been a while, and I feel like we do
Yeah.
need a different direction in terms of voice actors. I feel like Roger and Gang. I'm sorry, I have like fucking sign this shit. Roger and Gang have been Sonic for like over
It's
a
10
decade.
years, 10 years.
About
11.
it's been 10 years,
10 to 11
11 years. Like
11
probably
years
the
now, actually.
longest we've had like a group of Sonic voice actors, at least specific ones. So like
Yeah.
I thought personally that I would have been very interested to see a new cast. However, I do have a soft spot for Roger because of how long he's been Sonic, and like everyone has their Sonic voice, like who their Sonic is, and I don't necessarily have that, but like Roger's been Sonic for so long, he's the Sonic voice I'm most accustomed to. So for me, it's like I guess you could say that's my Sonic in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So to see him like be able to come back as Sonic, it does make me a little happy. I'm just like, okay.
I'm glad he's back. I
Yeah.
in the early years when I was much younger, I was like, "This isn't Sonic. This is that." You kind of mellow out, and you're like, "I know. You know what? It's not his fault."
Because definitely the direction he had at the start was different. Because in like Colors and like Free Riders, which is the game that does not exist, he had a very. You could tell that they were telling him to push it a lot harder. His voice was higher pitched. It was way more hammy. It just did not sound right. It didn't sound great.
No,
And
it
I
didn't.
think later, as the games kind of went on later, I think that the direction for his voice changed. I think it also probably had to do with Boom, because I feel like Roger does a very good job in Sonic Boom in the games and in the show. It doesn't sound as forced. Like it sounds a lot more natural. It sounds like he's having a lot more fun. Even in Forces, I thought he was good. So like it was very interesting, very cool to see him like develop, I guess, into his own Sonic.
Right.
Bring back Jaleel White.
No.
No.
Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps is set to premiere this summer. So no specific
We don't
date
have
yet,
any
but this
dates.
summer.
Just be on the
Just
lookout
summer.
next month.
Yeah.
And
So
the next month and the next month and the next.
In the next one.
So the next announcement
I actually wanted to talk more about like voice acting.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
So I just wanted to point out that for me, like when I heard Roger like in Sonic Colors for the first time, I think I was watching like like the cutscenes on YouTube or something. I was like, what the hell is that? Right? It was like I was like, that's not Jason Griffith, because like, mind you, like Sonic X was still like on TV every weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
really? Oh.
and he was still, and Jason Griffith was still doing like the little like voice clip, like the voice, like was still doing like the little bumpers on Toon's Eye or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, I was still hearing Jason Griffith as Sonic every week. So, and it was like, and then I'm like, new Sonic game out, Sonic Colors. Who is this? So it's like, it's a completely different guy, and I was like, what the hell is this? And I was like, I don't think I like this, right? I don't think I like this. And then I was just like, and then I got over it because I'm a big boy. So
Yeah.
I'm a big boy.
No, you haven't.
what are you talking
When you
about?
play games, you immediately change the voice to Japanese. The fuck you talking
Oh
about?
no, because I just don't like anybody else. Dude,
Also,
it was
Matt
so
was a
hard. It was
baby,
so
bro.
hard, man. Sonic
Are you
Forces,
a child? Are you as a child? You're gonna go into your game and be like, I'm changing the voice settings from English to
Yeah,
Japanese.
I didn't do that.
Like, what kid does that?
I've wanted to change the voice settings on Sonic Heroes to Japanese for so long, but because of how they make that game work, you can't. Because if you want to change the voice language, you got to change the whole language. Terrible
That
game, by the
sucks.
way. Terrible, awful, shitty, poo poo doo doo.
Liam, do you got anything to say about
Yeah, what's
Roger? Roger
Um,
Dodger?
let's get candid.
I really like Roger for like what he is like now, and just like what he's like going for, and I hope in the future that he actually gets a chance to properly prove himself, because I think a lot of the voice actors, like especially Jason, he was dealing with yearly Sonic releases, so we got so much more of him, and
Mhm.
he got such more time and practice to build up the character
And he was on
that I
TV,
think
and he was on TV every week.
exactly. So I think the only time we ever got to see Roger really develop his character was in his time on Boom. Arguably one of the
Yeah.
worst pieces of Sonic media I've ever had to endure in my entire
Ugh,
goddamn life.
That shit's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's Boom isn't good, but I like Boom, so it's fine.
It's okay to have bad
It's
taste. Kidding?
yeah. It's
Kidding.
it's oh no, but you're right. It's okay to be deluded. I'm not. See, that's the thing, though. I can admit it's not good, but I still like it.
Exactly.
That's the thing, though. It's like I feel like, because I think what it is that like I said, the early direction it felt very forced, in my opinion, and I think later on, it got a bit more like in his range. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
just
started like
I just really like his portrayal as Sonic in Boom. Like I think that voice fits perfectly for that character in that like part of the canon.
He got
Of course,
to-
Boom is dead, so it doesn't
they
matter
started
anymore.
they
but-
started directing him in more of his like strong suits. Like Roger as an actor, he definitely works a lot better with it's more like dry sense of humor in terms of stuff
Mhm.
like that. So like Jason is a very JC
JC Glippy.
JC Griffey, he is a very much like bombastic higher pitch.
He's a
Sonic.
very because of like what he had to do, like a lot of his roles. If you were a kid during the early 2000s and you watched and you watched a lot of the Fox Box, I'm showing my age here. In any show that Jason Griffith was on, he was always like fucking. He was very here's my special ketchup star fucking face ass.
that whole era of those games was also mostly they were dubbed, so they were like the animations were made and they just had to match the words.
It was like Japanese scripts that they were basing it off of. It wasn't like here's these like American writers we hired to write the story.
Yeah.
They starting with Colors, I think, is when these games started being like, okay, we're recording in English first.
Because Sonic
And
is
that's
more
kind of
popular here in the West than he is in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's kind of what that's what makes Roger Sonic special, I guess, is because he's able to actually like not have to worry about dubbing.
Yeah, and he's also like part of that shift into a more Western focused like Sonic identity, I guess.
Yeah.
Like a super like where they like adopted more like Western like story writing techniques, because
Yeah.
like Jason was always just like trying to be like he was an imitation of like Junichi and stuff like that. But Roger, he got a chance to like they got a chance to like see how he like said like lines, and they could sort of write around him a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So they got like a very good understanding of who Roger was like as an actor.
I think
Dude, I think about this is not related to like this. I just think about the fact that like Adventure 1 and Adventure 2, like the voice direction was done by like people from Sega of Japan. So you just had Japanese people in there telling them how to do their lines, which is really funny to me. Anyways,
also like there's just an aspect of like just the characters you see in like recent Sonic games if you like listen to them in both like languages, like both like English and Japanese, you'll see like a huge like difference between like how the delivery is on the lines and stuff, and
Yeah.
like how things will make more sense. Like, and also Junichi's like little English fucking like inflections into like the lines and stuff
it's so cute.
is really funny.
Really cute.
It's time to move on from Mr. Craig Smith.
Mr.
Mr.
Crusher.
Craig Smith. So the next announcement they made was again something we weren't surprised about because it was leaked
It was
before.
leaked.
It is a compilation of the classic Sonic games called the Sonic Origins compilation, which has Sonic 1, 2, CD, which are all the Taxman, Christian Whitehead editions of the game. And then, which is interesting here, is in the trailer they showed Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but it was like in 4x3 480p, and I was thinking, oh no, are they just gonna emulate a ROM of that game for this?
Lord.
But it turns out that Katie, the social media manager of the whole Sonic stuff, had confirmed on her Twitter that no, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is going to be in widescreen, just like the other games. But we have no other information as to like if it will be the Christian Whitehead build, the fabled Christian Whitehead build of Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
It might be Sonic 3 Air, to be honest.
What's that?
What's Sonic 3 Air?
Yeah.
It
What
is
is that?
it is Sonic 3 like for like PC with like quality of life changes and stuff like that, similar to like, the Christian Whitehead versions and stuff.
That's the one in the Garfield combo pack, right?
What the
Moving on.
fuck?
See, the funny thing about like Ultimate and Origins is that this shit was leaked. So like
ago.
we already knew that they were gonna talk about it, which is really funny.
Well,
I'm
Like,
glad
Ultimate
that,
got leaked on a fucking shop. Like they put the listing up too early.
I'm glad we know for sure now.
Yeah.
Speaking of ports, Sonic Forces Mania and Team Sonic Racing will be on PlayStation Now. So if you have that and you don't have those games, you can download them there, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of PlayStation Now because just how slow those games are. they lag so much.
I'm gonna go on my PlayStation Now rant. Fuck that service to every degree. It makes no sense. You need high-speed internet for it. If you have high-speed internet already and you care about gaming, you have a console.
Yeah.
Like, you have a PlayStation. Like, if you're telling me you have like high-speed internet and you care about gaming so much, why the fuck don't you have the console?
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like Stadia. Like who the fuck is gonna buy Stadia?
Wait,
it's literally the same concept as Stadia.
It is.
They're the same system.
Wow.
We just ignored the other thing. They were also announced for Amazon's version of Stadia,
which is Luna.
Amazon Luna.
Oh yeah, I
which
saw the logo.
no one gives a fuck about.
Because
who is gonna?
2 out of 3 games are on there.
See, here's another thing. PlayStation Now you can log on to on your PlayStation. But why do that when you can just go into the PlayStation store
and buy those games
and buy the game? I don't know.
Fuck, you could go to a GameStop and buy those games for less than what they're being sold on the PlayStation Store.
It's a weird concept to us, but I guess it works. I guess people use it. So
It's also $20 a month, by the way. PlayStation Now.
yeah.
Yeah, like, I might as well just fucking buy games on my console instead of paying for a shitty ass game service, dude. I don't care.
And
Like,
what
because
gamer?
what's weird?
What gamer?
PlayStation.
What actual gamer is gonna be like? Yes, I'm gonna buy PlayStation Now and Stadia.
I just so everyone knows, and no one is lulled into this false lie. PlayStation Now is not successful. No one is buying it. I just need to clear that up.
Because they've recently been putting more PS4 games on it with the release of the PS5 to kind of like circumvent that thing. Because what they're probably going to do, right? They did this with the PlayStation 3. They're going to re-release the PlayStation 5 in a few years without the backwards compatibility, and they're going to force you to purchase, and then they're going to make the current PS5, the disc PS5, super rare and hard to come by. So much so to the point where you're going to be forced to pay that $20 a month to play your PlayStation 4 games on your PS5.
Damn, it's really great that I got my PlayStation 5 sitting right here with the disc reverse compatibility and all. But you know.
Well, fuck you. You didn't get scalped, you bitch.
Seth, I'm coming over.
What's your address?
Anyway,
What's your address? Make sure you keep your door open.
The next announcement on Sonic Central. Something we already kind of knew about this is the Pirate, Sonic, and Shadow costumes for Sonic Dash. And there's gonna be a little pirate theme. There's a little pirate themed event through that. So if you're interested
the
in that,
outfits are cute. I'll say that. The outfits are cute. I'll say that.
Sonic Forces Mobile, aka what it used to be called Speed Battle, is getting a new character. Sonic the Werehog. Sonic the Werehog. So if you Unleashed fans out there.
So I want us to play a little game. Okay?
Okay.
A little game. So what characters are going to be confirmed for Sonic Forces Speed Battle who aren't Infinite? Because we know that Infinite will not be put in that damn game for whatever reason.
The possibilities are endless because Tangle and Whisper comic book characters, exclusive characters, got into this game.
They put Super Sonic in the game before Infinite. Super Sonic is fucking DLC in Sonic Forces.
Oh,
holy
that's
shit!
Correct. That's right. Super Sonic was also confirmed for Sonic Forces Mobile, as well as the Werehog, and which is super bizarre to me. Speaking of bizarre decisions that Sega likes to make, private matches in that game will be a temporary event.
Limited time. Why though?
Test the waters probably to test it to make sure it works.
I guess, but it's like
I don't understand the point of it, but it's happening. Also,
that game has a dedicated player base, so it's really weird how this is just now a thing and it's also temporary.
Yeah.
Also, I hope that they up the fucking rates on some of these goddamn characters. Please, I beg of you. Please. And stop making all the villains ultra rares. Why are they epic cards? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You put Eggman in the game and he's an epic rare? No, he should be a fucking common. He sucks. He stinks. He's smelly.
So what Matt is basically trying to say is that he wants it to be easier to get his DJ Vector.
No, I don't care about DJ Vector. I just
His
wanted
ugly ass
Eggman. I wanted Excalibur Sonic, dude. You know how cool Excalibur Sonic is?
Sonic got in before Infinite did.
Meanwhile, over at the Apple Arcade Store, Sonic Racing Mobile is being rated by a menace to our society, to our way of life. They're burning our crops. They're killing our children.
I didn't even read this part. Oh my god.
And kidnapping our wives.
Stop, dude.
Classic Sonic, a.k.a. by his real name, Santiago,
Shut the
has
fuck up.
invaded the mobile Sonic racing game.
Shut the
Does
fuck up.
anybody play that?
No, because it costs money.
Years ago I downloaded it and I didn't like it, so I deleted it.
That's the All Stars Racing one. There was a new one released for
No.
Team Sonic Racing.
Oh, well, I didn't like the All Stars one, so
And-
I'm not gonna play this one.
and that shit costs money, so no. Also,
Mm-mm.
I just really want to drive this home. I really want to drive this home for you Unleashed fans.
Oh no.
Y'all
Oh
saw
my god.
a picture. They literally see like the werehog's fucking dick grabber nails, and then y'all immediately assume, oh my god, it's a fucking Unleashed port. No, they're talking about mobile games. Use your brain.
That's the thing. It's
Context clues,
It's like they
please.
were literally talking about a mobile game, and in the midst of that, you think they would announce a fucking PC port?
Matt,
My fucking head hurts.
but Matt,
My head
Unleashed
hurts.
was on Android phones. He could have been there.
He could have been there.
He
I'm
could have
sorry,
been there.
what?
You don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
Anyways.
Unleashed was on Android devices that you could download. My Droid.
My shut up.
I'll knock you
Droid
out.
phone that-
I'll knock you out. Don't fucking start with me. I'm upset.
Let's move on.
In what world?
Okay, so after that we got not really any news, but we got a reminder of the existence of Sonic Prime,
Sonic
the Netflix
Prime.
cartoon. No new information specifically. However, we did get a little plot synopsis that we kind of talked about in the
It's
first
the same
episode.
plot synopsis we knew about though. Like that was on a fucking website.
I didn't
Like,
remember
they
the plot
basically just read that verbatim. Basically, it's like he's going through the multiverse and something about self-discovery. Like that's what they said.
I think he said something like Shatterverse.
The
which-
Shatterverse. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Who knows? We
Yeah,
gotta
what does
tune in
that
on
mean?
Netflix. Sonic
Sonic
Prime,
goes
whatever
through
that is.
puberty.
He goes through puberty.
It's
After that, we got-
age.
After that, we got some merchandise information about the there's some toys from Jack Specific that are gonna come out. There's
They're really
the Encyclopedia book for all of you lore nerds out there. There's like these cool little silver coins, and that's all gonna be on the Sonic 30th anniversary website where they're gonna have all the merch and news and stuff. But the most important part, the most important announcement in this this video, the state of play, the Sonic Central presentation. For those of you indicated in hip hop culture,
No, said it wrong. It's ingrained.
I don't care. Damn it!
Fuck off. They're releasing Sonic Drip.
They're releasing
Sonic
these
For all
these-
the fans ingrained in hip hop fucking culture,
Ingrained.
just
Ah,
call me the
I
hard
messed-
R N word right now. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my
Dude,
goodness!
but that's the thing about when people say stuff like people who are versed in the hip hop culture, urban culture. It's just like say black. I know what you mean. Black culture.
But yeah, they're collaborating with King Ice, which is a jewelry company who makes like video game jewelry, and they got like a Sonic one, a Tails, Knuckles, and a Shadow. Like, are they nickel? What are they?
That's cubic zirconium, dog.
Oh my God.
Talking about it's 100% real. It's diamond. Don't question it.
Diamond.
Nah,
Oh,
your
okay.
neck, nah, boy, your neck gonna be turning green when you see that shit. When you wear that shit, bro, it's gonna be
Neck.
fucking crazy.
I saw a tweet. It was the legend, the infamous Legend of Zelda and brown khaki shorts post. But it was like finally something to complete the outfit, and it's the Sonic like
Chain.
chain.
Nah, dog, bro, I'm telling you right now. You're walking down the streets with your Sonic chain, and you're wearing it proud. Somebody snatches that shit, jumps you to snatch that shit off your neck, and then they realize what it is. They hit it with the diamond tester. You see that shit's not real. That shit
You're
starts
like, this shit
blinking.
sucks.
That shit's fake. They come back to you and jump you again just for having that whack ass chain.
Yeah, if I see anyone wear that shit unironically, even ironically, I'm going to see red. I'm going to beat you up.
Oh, the amount of Sonic fans that are just gonna be like wearing that to like school dances that are gonna be like, "Yo,
Stop.
guys, this
Stop.
shit's gonna be fire. I'm popping." By
Big
the
boot
way,
to the
DJ,
fucking
can you
skull.
live
This
and learn?
this chain
Be
on
nice.
God is this chain on God is bussing.
So
Be nice to
hey,
them.
take a look at the drip, guys. Take a look at the drip. Peep the drip.
Be nice
I'm
to the
sorry.
kids. I am protecting these kids.
You're
Children,
yes,
do
you're right.
not buy this. Do not buy
icy
this.
right now.
I'm not. People are gonna do whatever they're gonna do, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the presentation seemingly ends. However, Izuka comes out and he's like, "Wait,
We got one more thing to show you
there's
guys.
one more thing."
There's
Like,
one.
and like I was like, "Oh, here we go, Smash trailer." Wait,
No. Shut up.
we cut to black and we see what do we see? We see a forest. And we see Sonic running through this incredibly beautifully rendered CGI
It's
forest.
really beautiful.
by the way.
It's a really beautiful trailer. Like
It's a
teaser.
really
I would
good
say it's a teaser.
it's a really good animation of Sonic running, and he's like, it gets all like these electricity, like pixelated like stuff around him,
It's
right?
like
And he runs
blue
around.
electricity looking things, like pink like cube things around him.
And he runs
there's
around.
There's a moment in the trailer where like it really does emphasize that he is stepping on the ground, like it's in like slow motion, and then he just like zooms away, and then
He runs around in like this like formation that forms some sort of symbol, and then cuts to black 2022. The
for all
next-
next gen consoles.
for all next gen consoles, excluding the PS5 for some reason.
No, it
you
was,
said
it was
you're
PS5 and PS4. They had a little slash. In the
Okay.
Oh,
okay,
there was?
okay.
I didn't see.
No, it's
Okay,
on
so-
PS5.
Okay.
Colors Ultimate is not on PS5.
Okay. So that's the announcement of the new Sonic game. And
Yeah.
all I have to say is Sonic do be running.
Sonic
it-
do be running though. I will
That's-
say though, the I feel like the most remarkable, because let's be honest, that was kind of like it didn't really tell us anything, which I'm not expecting it to tell us much, but like the most like remarkable thing about it, I guess, is the weird fucking symbol at the end, because I see so many people trying to figure out what does that say. And then the other thing I was saying, where it's like the weird pixely aura around him, like because it kind of looks like nothing we've really seen before. Not nothing we've seen before, but like it's new shit. So I'm just kind of like, what is that?
It kind of reminds me of the Sonic Colors opening,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
when he like equips like the laser wisp and like then he fades back into like the world and it's like the
S-
things.
The
a
symbol
part
at
of
the
me
end.
was like, yes.
The symbol at the end reminded me of the Forces Infinite trailer with
Yeah.
the infinity symbol that eventually, like the infinity, like medallion symbol looking thing, which eventually ended up being nothing.
Yeah, basically.
It ended up becoming the
we-
inspiration for our logo.
It was. Subscribe to
I
Figure 8
was-
on YouTube.com.
Hey, let's get it.
Can we can we talk about how the detective work that went into figuring out this game's fucking code name?
We'll get there.
Yes, people.
Please,
people,
I want to talk
Sonic
about
fans are insane. Sonic fans are insane.
We'll get there. One more thing though.
Yeah. Okay. Let's focus on this, because I was
Let's focus
gonna say
on the
too-
trailer.
I was gonna say too, like, because you know me, I'm an idiot, so I was trying to figure out what the fuck like any of this meant. So like, there's a lot of like speculation about like what this could like be implying for the game's like story, I guess, or like what's gonna happen, or like even like a gameplay thing. Because at first I was like, the aura around him, it kind of looks like colors shit. So I'm like, oh god, are they gonna bring back the Wisp? Because personally for me, we're done with Wisp, right? I don't. Because on one hand, it's like we have Sonic Colors Ultimate that's being re-released, and then we have the cartoon thing going on. So it's like, I guess, but I'm also like, I'm kind of tired of Wisps.
it might be their season. It might be the season of the Wisps. Who knows?
But we've always had the Wisp.
They've
That's
been
the
in
thing.
last,
Like they
they've been
were
in the last
a
3
thing in
mainline
Lost
Sonic
World.
games. Past 4 actually.
I just think they're here to stay at this point.
I don't know.
I think they're cool. I just wish they actually did something with them instead of just like throwing them into random places
They
and
need
like
to be
acknowledge their
contextualized
I
properly.
think yeah,
into
that's the thing for
story.
me because in the story of Colors, they go back to their home planet, and then it's really weird when you play the next game and they're just there.
Well, no,
Mhm.
the next game is Sonic Generations. So like it makes sense for them
No,
to be there.
no, I was thinking but I was
then
thinking about like
Lost
Lost World,
They don't make any
where like
sense. It
there's
doesn't
no
make any
reason
sense.
for them to be there,
Yeah.
like contextually.
Before y'all motherfuckers bring it up, we know that they talk about it in Runners. I don't give a fuck about Runners. That game doesn't
Me
exist
neither.
anymore. Like,
I
you
miss-
can't
I
play
miss
it anymore.
Runners.
That
I
has
miss
no
Runners.
lore.
It's
true.
just Runners.
Sonic has no lore.
So, and I've seen this be brought up, like, with this trailer, it kind of made me go back and look at the Forces initial teaser, and just, despite how Forces ended up being, I feel like that initial trailer just did a way better job at teasing what the game would be. Because,
Yeah.
like, when we saw that trailer, it was like, oh shit, Eggman took over the world. Like, you can tell what the game was going to be. And this one, you just kind of, again,
It kind of
He do be
didn't really
running.
tell you that much of anything.
he do be running. And
So the Forces like ad campaign was like for a game so blah, it was like one of like such a good ad campaign because it
They-
got people interested. It got people talking about it.
Mhm.
But like they also were very. But I think one of the biggest issues with Sonic Forces' ad campaign overall was the lack thereof. It very.
there were no TV commercials.
There were no TV.
There were commercials. There was.
There
I saw
was,
them
but
with
they
my
were
own
very-
eyes.
They were very. There was just not a lot of. How do like this wasn't.
I feel like there's like not a lot of Sonic commercials to begin with, and like I don't really remember seeing a lot of them on TV growing up. But maybe that's just me.
Fans don't
To be fair, I
watch
don't watch TV. So.
No,
Yeah, Sonic
That's why I
it's
said
not,
growing
it's not,
up.
it's not the TV. There was just like because it would go. It was like you got that first trailer, and then you got the second little video introducing classic Sonic. Then you have the third little trailer introducing the custom character, but there was nothing really else in between. There wasn't like a constant like push. I felt. Or
I mean, then there's the trailer that I don't know which one it was, but it was like one of the trailers that had like Shadow, Zavik, Metal, Chaos just sitting there.
The boy band trailer.
The boy band, and then they had some stuff like they were releasing more stuff about Infinite. They were posting their little comics on Twitter, which is a whole nother fucking weird thing. They were kind of selling it.
Forces' greatest like marketing ploy was they showed you jack shit like that. Like the reason that you were so like. See, like the reason you're so hurt about it now is because the game had nothing to show you. But in preparation, it made you think it did because you were like, "Oh, I don't really know what's going on here, but I'm going to keep paying attention to learn it."
Because do you remember all the theories that people had? People were theorizing that like Shadow was brainwashed. Fucking people were trying to theorize what Infinite was doing. Like it was a whole thing.
Yeah, like even in the story trailer. Like that we got there was like a massive like 5-minute long Japanese story trailer, and all they told us was Eggman has taken over 99% of the world. You got to fight back with the resistance. That's all they ever fucking told you, and they didn't need to tell you anything else because you were still sitting there like, because they didn't explain Infinite. Infinite worked really well because he was a mystery villain. Too bad that they didn't give him anything. They forgot.
Wasn't a mystery.
And I think they might do better with this game, considering how they kind of going with that same like glitchy aesthetic now. So they're gonna try and like hide the villain from you a little bit, maybe, or at least get you like interested because this trailer shows you so little. So many people have been talking about like, hey, yo, what the fuck's going on?
No one really has like a concrete idea. There's no like, Eggman taking over the world. What?
We do kind of have a concrete idea. They never intended us to, but shit got out.
Like the leaks. Oh,
Yeah,
we're
we'll
gonna
talk
talk
about
about this.
This just in.
Well, no,
The
but
new-
those are fucking leaks, so I'm not implicitly trusting those, even though too many things line up. But that's
Just-
me though. Anyways,
just this in. This just in. What? Anyway,
just this.
new a new leak has appeared for the Sonic
Now?
game. Exactly. The new villain's name, and you can find it on Grabon.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I hate you. Anyways, are we gonna talk about the leaks, or are we just gonna
I want to talk about the detective work done originally. Okay.
Okay,
so,
first detective work,
here,
'cause that one's
yeah,
really funny.
Yeah, let me talk about it. So basically, we got the trailer, and somehow the raw file. So like when you, I don't know if everyone knows, like when you're making something, you have the raw file, which is like every piece of data, and then like the compressed one, and the compressed one's usually one that we get to see, and it goes out to everyone because it's way easier to share around. The raw file got out to press releases, and fans found it and looked in it, and they saw it showed everything about it, and we found the name Sonic Rangers teaser. Everything said it there, and it got worse because Polygon
worse.
published an article, and they showed a screenshot. And if you open the screenshot of the trailer and you look at the URL, it says Sonic_Rangers.o.jpg.
Wait, really?
No,
Really?
This is. I can confirm this. I can confirm this because you know what? You know what happened today when I was making the
What?
thumbnail for this episode. When I was making the thumbnail for this episode, and I went to go save the picture from the trailer of Sonic running. It literally says SonicRangers.0.jpg.
Sega!
It's so fucking stupid.
You gotta hide your shit better.
It got
Oh my
even-
god. So I'm going to assume that at least at some point this shit was called Sonic Ranger.
And it got even worse when in the press release they put out this that introducing Sonic Colors Ultimate, Sonic Origins, Sonic Merchandise, and a new teaser for Sonic Rangers. And then they deleted it, and then they reposted it without Rangers in it.
I did not know about that. I
Right.
really
Yeah.
didn't. Oh my
It's
fucking
really
god.
funny. And
That's so
basically,
funny.
people were looking up. They were like, "Oh, Sonic Rangers," and I guess people remembered because of how many fucking bullshit, like fake things that are posted, that there was a leak months ago that talked about Sonic Rangers and this demo that was like done. And apparently, it's an open world game, and you get like a skill tree and an XP bar, and something called the spin cycle, which is like this big line that you get to follow. Like you like make a big circle and it attacks all the enemies. We saw it in the trailer. We're assuming.
That little
Spin
symbol.
cycle. Sonic, not in front of the kids.
Yeah.
The sloppy toppy.
up, man.
Yo,
No,
this
it's
game
in
was
the
about
kids.
Sonic
Oh my
the
God.
Throat Goat.
You're disgusting. Oh
That's
my
so gross.
god.
I'm so sick.
Go to
and
hell.
and the weird thing about that too is that like that leak was like talked about, but then there's like leaks on 4chan from like last year
Yeah, there's
that
one
like
from
have similar like details. Like the reoccurring things I'm seeing is that it's an open world game that's kind of inspired by Breath of the Wild.
It's like
One of the main like gameplay things is that you beat the bosses and you gain the Chaos Emeralds from it. And there's something about like time or a clock. That
so
was one of the leaks, not all of them, right?
no, it was all of them. All of them talked
Okay.
about that exact.
They also mentioned like there's another thing that they mentioned and I'm kind of really like about is that from what I can tell, I think that one of the leaks said that they were beta testing the game. They were testing it. And they said something about the game not really having like much of a story or like a very simple story. And I'm just kind of like, okay, well, you're beta testing, so like I don't know if you would even like know that. But
Yeah, like how would
okay.
you know the story from a demo?
And then another thing that I see too is people saying, "Oh, there's not really a lot of main line Sonic characters in this. It's mostly just focused on Sonic." And at first I was like, "That's really unfortunate." But I'm like, "Well, if you're beta testing and you don't know the story, then how do you know what other characters are in the game?" Because it's like, of course you're only going to play as Sonic in the fucking testing thing from 2020, which is what most of these leaks are from.
Yeah, so a lot of them. So it's the way they describe it is, and all of them follow the same thing.
That's really
All of them follow the same thing. They were given 2 demos. One where it was an exploration one, and one where it was what they're guessing is the final boss of the game. So it's basically just like a large open world, that opens up like as you like do more things, and I guess like reach a tower. They're called Ubisoft towers. It's like this trend in gaming where like certain parts of a huge open world are blocked off to you until you complete this tower, and then you get
Right.
to go forward. It's basically just like stopping your progression. People don't like it. I don't know why.
That's
Because
how
people
levels
don't
work.
people don't like. I think it might be a different, not different, but like I feel like when people play an open world game, they want that feeling of you're able to go wherever you want. So like having a game kind of halt your progression can be a bit like. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying like that might be like
Yeah,
the reason why
I
people
think
feel
that's
that
their
way.
mind.
I still think SA2, not SA2, SA1 handles like that kind of like open world kind of feel for a Sonic
Because it
game
was just
really well.
hubs.
It's like the hubs. You have the three hub worlds. You have the Station Square, the Mystic Ruins, Egg Carrier. Your levels are all there.
Separated hub worlds though are kind of a
Yeah,
they're
they're
kind of
they're
an
a net
old
thing.
school
Yeah, they're old
thing.
school, but what I'm saying is, can we take that and kind of combine those together? Maybe like you can, so instead of hopping on the boat to get to the egg carrier, you can like, I don't know, boost across the ocean to the egg carrier or something. I don't fucking know.
That's kind
That
of
would be cool. And then like after that you can like it maybe it's like a level
Yeah.
that you go through. And then like after you beat the level, it can be like you unlock like a fast travel.
Yeah, and you
Or
run across,
something.
or you run to the Mystic Ruins. Or like you run through Emerald Coast to get to the Mystic Ruins or something. I don't fucking know, man.
See, it's funny you say that because I think it might kind of be that style of game. Because from what we've been hearing is you go to these different areas and randomly you get sent to, not randomly, but there are these portals that take you what they're calling cyberspace, which lines
like the
the whole
Soliana,
style of
like the Soliana mirrors.
a little. I guess a little bit, but they take you to boost levels basically. And cyberspace, it lines up with that weird kind of like bluey red thing that we saw trailer, and then at the very end of the trailer how it glitches and it like zooms out into the screen. So
Mhm.
it makes sense. So I think they're kind of going a little bit that more style where they give like the adventure fans like this big open world to explore because these motherfuckers don't shut up about being like, we want open world.
Where's Adventure 3?
Wait,
No.
you guys.
What?
I cracked the code.
What is
I
it?
cracked the code.
No.
Sonic's
What?
going into like the cyber world, right? He's going into the computer world.
No.
Is that that's the speculation,
No.
right?
No.
He's
Guys,
going into what we're saying.
He's going to go mine NFTs. He's gonna go mine Bitcoin.
Stop.
That's what he's doing.
God! Oh my
Stop
god, I
it.
hate you.
So
I hate you.
He's gonna mine the
another-
Bitcoin.
another thing I so like I want a theory that people had was that like I think Liam we talked about this was like that this game might be like a quote unquote Sonic origin thing, or like he's finding out about his origins or some shit. Because like when the symbol pops up, there's like this like kind of like ancient tomb looking shit around it. And I remember like with Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, that was a game where they were initially given a lot of like creative freedom, and they were playing around with different ideas. One of them was they were going to make like a Sonic origin story, and Sega was like, we don't want you to do that because we don't think we're comfortable with that, with you guys making that story right now, because we might do that in the future. So I don't know. Maybe they're picking that up.
There was like a leak about like Sonic and Amy like Hedgehog like origin stuff. I don't think that's what this is, but
yeah, that leak's definitely not real. But
it does line up with like what you were saying with like, oh, this like ancient like tomb like symbols looking thing at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, there might also be like some weird, because like the way that they're showing Sonic running, it gives me this idea that there might be like either a weird time travel or reality bending thing in the game.
Yeah. So from the
Mhm.
sort of I was thinking about so Seth brought up on a call like a while ago that on the Influence podcast he talked about that he knows who made the Chaos Emeralds, but he can't say.
Mm.
So I'm completely pulling everything out of my ass right here. I think it'd be really. Oh, I didn't mention this in the leak. They say that every time you beat a boss, you get a Chaos Emerald,
Yeah, I mentioned
and then
that.
yeah, at the very end, you get to do a supersonic fight and shit.
Mm.
I'm thinking that those might be the people that you go to see how the Chaos Emeralds are made, and that the Ghost Girl that because there's a Ghost Girl apparently people are talking about the final boss might actually be some to call form or something like that, and
Yeah.
you could be doing some like weird cyberspace shit within like the Master Emerald, which explains why Sonic would be falling in and out of it, going into a cyberspace kind of area and being
Do you
able to
think there's
move.
like not people inside the Chaos Emeralds, but like people who are like, because they're different colors, right? And so like maybe there's different properties to them. Maybe there's like different
Yeah,
people who are like, I am the protector of this emerald, and I fart and shit everywhere. I don't know.
They could
yeah.
like they could make the special stages have actual lore.
Mm.
Yeah, I think. Wait, oh wait, I just remembered. Beating the cyberspace levels grants you the Chaos Emeralds. That's what they said. Uh, so
No space. Yeah.
maybe it might be something like that. I think it'd be really cool to figure out who made the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah. Because at least we haven't seen them talk about the Chaos Emeralds in the main games in a bit.
It's
So
it's I'm weird. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, that's cool, and I wouldn't mind knowing, but it's also I wouldn't mind not knowing either because
that's true. Because it's like
Yeah.
Chaos Emeralds are kind of like those things where it's like they're just a power source. Like it's not really like important to know who made it, but I'm really down for whatever at this point. Like in terms of Sonic. Yeah.
if that's where the story is going, that sounds really cool. I hope the game is fun.
Yeah, that's the most important thing to me. As long as the game is fun, I don't give a shit about the story.
I do care about the story because like I don't play Sonic games, so it's like that's really the main thing I'm focused on. Because I mean, I didn't fucking play Forces, so the only thing I was really like focused on and disappointed by was the story. And
God,
I
you didn't
like
play that
Sonic
game.
because I like the characters and I do like the stories that are told with these characters. So like it'd be really disappointing if the story in the next game is fucking garbage or just something dumb. Like to me, it
Actually,
would be very disappointing.
let's hope
That's
the
why.
story
That's
this
what.
time. Let's hope the story this time is complete.
Yeah, let's hope it's finished. That's why I'm also very like skeptical about when like in those leaks when people are saying stuff like it's a very simple story. There's not really any other characters aside from Sonic, and I'm like, okay, like I guess it's because on one hand it's good to have a more self-contained story that focuses on like less things, because Forces had the problem of having everyone there, but no one did shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think
I'm also one of those people where it's like some of my favorite characters are the fucking like are Sonic's annoying friends. So like
I like the
I
shitty
I
friend,
I
man.
I'd like to see them do cool things.
I think it'd be cool if like you're running through the world and then you meet up with like Vector and the Chaotix and they're like, "Hey, we got a mission we got to do, but can you help us
Oh
out?"
yeah, like a mission, like side quests or something. I don't know.
Fucking Silver's there and he's like,
I warned you about this.
yeah,
Lost my
Ah!
3DS.
I lost my 3DS."
I found my 3DS. I don't know why it's black though.
No one's gonna understand that.
It's not turning on.
It's
Yeah.
the possibilities are
They're
never end.
endless because we literally don't know what the next game's about. We really don't know. I am very intrigued by the glitch iconography that is being used because I have brain rot.
I wonder
It's-
I wonder if because the IDW comics they've taken after Forces, I wonder if each like game will like influence the comics in some way.
Mm-hmm.
and that's another thing, right? Because if this game's story happens, right, and the Sonic IDW comics are quote like set like in the timeline or whatever, are the comics going to adapt this game, or are they going to just like, all right, now play the game and then move on
And then
to
come on
whatever
back.
and then move on to whatever happens afterward? I wonder if that's gonna.
I don't know. Yeah, the IDW comics kind of like it spurred off from Forces. Like it was basically like banking off of that story, and then it kind of started doing its own little thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it makes sense that they would kind of like not really adapt the game, but just kind of like do their own thing, but still like basically I guess just do their own version of that story and then spur off into something that's a bit more like of an original thing afterwards once that game and its shit's done.
What I'm thinking they're gonna do, because Archie did this with Sonic Adventure 2, is that they were having their storyline, right? And then the next issue, it transitioned into the beginning of the game, and then it was just the beginning, and it ended with, to find out the rest of the story, play Sonic Adventure 2, and then come back next week for what happens after.
Yeah,
I think that's probably what they're gonna do.
Yeah, they did that with pretty much all of the Sonic games up until Unleashed.
Yeah,
because they decided to adapt Unleashed for a whole year.
2
Wait a
years.
2 years.
Oh my god, they did.
Guys, isn't IDW going through a VR storyline right now?
Is
I
it?
don't know.
I don't know.
They are. Yeah, I remember.
I don't know. I don't read them.
Going through a
I
VR
haven't read it
storyline.
yet. I haven't read it yet.
They
I haven't
are?
read it yet.
I haven't read it yet either. I have not read these comics in two fucking years.
I own the issues. I just haven't read them. So
I have not read these comics. I need to catch up.
No. Let's not do comic spoilers.
no,
Yeah,
It's-
no one. Yeah, we're
for
talking
another
about
time.
video games.
But
Yeah,
Dude, what if they bring Infinite back?
A lot of people are thinking that because of
I'm
there's,
holding on to hope. I'm
weird.
holding on to hope. I'm holding on to hope.
You want
That
your
would be
sad.
fun.
You want your sad hot boy back.
you're
Yes,
holding on, you're
'cause-
holding on to what if? Holding on to
Because he's
what
not
if?
dead. I won't accept the reality that he's dead. Right?
Yeah, I just
He's-
feel
he's-
very,
go ahead, man.
I just feel very strongly about Sonic the Hedgehog, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
same.
lot.
I've pretty much said my piece on pretty much everything.
I'm trying to think. Because every time I go on these podcasts, I'm like, I always feel like I forgot something. But yeah, no, I just hope that the next game is like, I just want to know more. You know, I think that's just with the rest of it though. Like, I want to know more about Sonic Prime because they basically said nothing. The only thing we really got was like some concept art that they had in the background.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what I remember. I
Yeah,
remembered what I wanted
it
to
was
talk
like
about.
he like pointed to it and he was like, oh, you know.
Wait, guys. So, one of the things I remember when we were talking about Sonic Prime and like speculative content. Yeah, so one of the things that we talked about was the fact of the matter is that Sonic Prime is a Canadian production, right?
Yes.
We talked about this. So we were wondering, are they going to change the voice cast?
Probably because when Roger made his tweet about returning to the games, he specified the games. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I don't think they're gonna have the same voice cast for the cartoon.
That would be really fucking jarring.
It would be.
I think that they're going. I think, especially since it's a Netflix cartoon, I don't think they're gonna change the voice cast. I think what's happening here is we're probably going to get the games cast in the cartoon. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, but
'Cause it would be really,
I mean, I guess
it would be
also
really-
because like the cartoon isn't like done yet, but also
Yeah,
like
we
he
don't know anything
specified
about it.
games, so I don't know.
Whatever.
We are definitely going to be seeing different voice actors for Prime. For the other universes versions of the characters, 100%. Because I remember a while back, some guy tweeted out that he was auditioning for Knuckles.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that is, but he said he
Like
was
some
gonna
rapper
do it.
guy. But he was
Sia.
yeah, he auditioned for Knuckles, and apparently he got a call back. So Whether or not he's working on Prime or not, I don't know. But
Who
Mm.
knows? We'll find. We just gotta give it time. Maybe.
Tara
we're-
Strong as Tails.
No.
she has
Tails,
Canadian dual citizenship, so
Miles anti-vax Tails power, dude.
All right.
Holy shit.
okay.
We've
Good night, everybody.
no.
Okay.
Tails,
She gets injected with whatever the fuck Grisha Jaeger had or whatever.
Tails gets the 5G and Sonic mines Bitcoin. That's
We're
Just ready to
everything is
self-discover.
wrong.
he discovers
Tails-
he's an anti-vaxxer.
Everything is
no.
wrong.
And
Okay.
Tails inherits the power of the Attack Titan.
Oh god.
oh
Oh, but hey guys, so thank you guys so much for fucking listening
coming.
to us ramble on about the blue rat for an hour and 20 minutes.
Now I've got some news for you.
and
I've got a gun.
Oh
oh no.
Thank
See you next adventure, everybody.
Thank you guys for listening and don't forget to subscribe and follow on all social media platforms. I'm not playing with you. If I don't see you following and subscribing after listening to this podcast, I'm going to throw rocks through your window, you dumb whore. I don't know why I stuttered there. I'm ending the stream and I'm ending the fucking recording.
Bye.
See you next
Bye, everybody.
adventure.